Hey guys, okay, so let's continue. So, I was telling you how I was uploading my essays on Amazon and also Kindle too, and how my mom enjoyed those. She was into true crime and she was in the middle of her 8-year battle with cancer. And she just really enjoyed the fact that those essays were up online. And it gave us something to enjoy talking about during our marathon phone conversations. And still to this day, when I upload another essay, still now, each time I say, "Here you go, Mom. This one's for you." I want to tell you a little story. Many years ago, I was scheduled to speak in front of about 250 people, and it was the first time that I would be speaking on domestic violence. The crowd size didn't bother me at all. I had been a speaker before, but it was the first time that I was going to actually discuss an issue so important as family abuse. And I was nervous. The speaking engagement was about 3 hours away from my house. So when I was on the highway, I called my mom and I said, "My gosh, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can do this. I don't know." And she said, "You have to. You don't have a choice. You really have to, because there will be people in the audience who need to hear what you have to say." She said, "Even if you just help one person, then it's worth it." So she said, "Hey, let me hear this speech again." I had already practiced my speech with her on the phone a couple of times before that. And I know she just suggested that I do it again, I think to just encourage me that it would be okay. So I started reciting my speech. It was actually 34 minutes total. But after just about 10 minutes or so into my speech, I totally forgot what came next. And my mom told me the next sentence. And that really surprised me because I had no clue she was already able to recite my speech, probably actually better than I could do. So she gave me the next sentence and I said, "Mom, how did you know that?" And she told me again how important my words were and how important it was for me to be brave enough to speak them. After that speaking engagement, the speech organizers, the event organizers, actually had to physically help me from the auditorium. I didn't expect what occurred, but they were obviously skilled in knowing how to get the speakers out of there before the crowd came forward. And I was very shocked. Oh my gosh, I was so shocked because the people coming toward us were saying, "Thank you so much." And oh my gosh, your words were mine. Now fast forward to 2019 and here I am on social media being told by the attackers that I need to be silenced. I need to stop talking. I need to go away. And I'm thinking about my conversation with Alice LaViolette yesterday. And I'm thinking about my conversations with my mom years ago. And I'm thinking that the cyber gang stalker thugs and the people who hired them and the minions who follow along evidently don't have a clue how strong the women of the 70s and the 60s and the 50s, and of course the 80s and the 90s too, have had to be to fight for the rights of our daughters' generations to simply be able to speak. My essay on the case of Christopher Watts is almost ready to be put up on Amazon.com. I'm not writing it for the members of our group. I'm not writing it just to show the cyber gang stalker thugs that they're not going to silence me. I'm writing it for people like my mom and Alice LaViolette too, who fought so hard for women's rights and for women to be safe and for women to have a voice. And when I put this essay on both Amazon and Kindle within the next day or two, I'll be saying, here you go, Mom. This one's for you.